Mike Whitehouse, your main commentator. Just another thank you, and that's to the 40 Post House for all their assistance and for their hospitality this weekend. They've been tremendous.
Slightly perfect triangular shape, very manoeuvrable at low level, also almost sort of fighter handling characteristics. The early Vulcans were painted white, that was sort of the anti-radiation flash colour, in keeping with their strategic nuclear role. They carried the standoff weapon called Blue Steel. Ultimately, of course, the nuclear deterrent went to the Royal Navy with their submarine force, and the Vulcan then reverted to a conventional role, carrying 21 1,000-pound bombs in its internal bomb bay. That, of course, again is an unusual feature of aircraft, because the most modern aircraft carry their weapons load externally. In any case, there's the Vulcan going off down the runway for a fast taxi.
Beautiful cockpit through there.
The particular aircraft actually was the first B-2 to enter RAF service. It was designed by Roy Chadwick, built at the factory up at Woodford near Manchester. It's being taxied today by, in fact, one of the display pilots, Squadron Leader Dave Thomas. Hasn't got a full crew with him today. Squadron Leader Ken Denham. He's the air electronics officer. He's on board today, as is the navigator, though navigation isn't a problem. That's Squadron Leader Dave Moore. Flown, part of the Lightning Preservation Group. You can actually go along to where the other one's parked in the static area, so you can actually photograph taken. This one, on the ground normally on QRA, direction alert, anybody who's coming towards the UK. They had a couple of two-seat versions. The T4 was a trainer version of the Mark 1A, and the T5 was the trainer version of the Mark 3. The final Ultimate was this Mark 6. It had a revised wing, had more fuel, and they actually had cannons equipped. The export version was called a Mark 53, and of interest. It's got Avon engines, producing about just under half the amount of power that the Vulcan did, to give you some idea of comparison. So they had the two 20mm cannons and carried two air-to-air missiles, either the Red Top or the later version, the Fire Street. Tempting, very tempting. Met forecast for this afternoon significantly better than the Met forecast that has been produced by both the BBC and ITN yesterday. The winds actually come around a little bit. It's actually from the south, and that means that the bad weather, the front that was due to have hit us by now, sort of sliding more over towards Wales rather than heading into the Midlands. There is still a possibility of the odd shower with the cloud base coming down to about 1,000 feet. So we may just get a little bit wet, hopefully we won't, but everything looks good for this afternoon. The only limitation is a little bit bashed again, this time not just a very fast taxi. The aircraft is able to replace the ones that we all favourite. Today's Interceptor, the F3 Tornado, as I say, from the Operational Conversion Unit, number 56 Reserve Squadron. He's about to get airborne, not for a display here at the moment. He'll be back later this afternoon. He's got another one to do across at RAF Church Fenton. So once he's disappeared, then I'll be handing over to Les Garside BT, who will be giving you the commentary for the Red Arrows. Sir, once again, thank you very much indeed for opening our show.
Can we round the back of that building now? There's a bugger in.
the F3, airborne en route to Fenton.